So then let's go ahead and check out and see what we got going on here in Destiny Rising. We've got ourselves a blog post that dropped. Let's take a look and see what we got. It looks like this blog post was posted about 12 hours ago. Lightbearers, we've been listening closely with your feedback since the official launch. Today, we would like to share responses regarding the Pinnacle Energy System and long-term plans we got going on over here. So we got ourselves like a little mini TWAB thing going on. Development updates, Pinnacle Energy System, and looking forward. All right. Dear Lightbearers, this week we would like to chat about the feedback we've been gathering from our social media and community channels since our official launch. Today, our focus is on sharing responses and plans for a few particularly important and common topics. Okay, Pinnacle Energy System, they're finally talking about that out loud. First, we'd like to acknowledge that, whether in the game or social media platforms, Pinnacle Energy System has been the source of much discuss and feedback. We understand everybody's concern, and we just want to let you guys know as part of the game impact on every Lightbearer's experience. Let's start by explaining the original concept behind the Pinnacle Energy System. Our hope is that Destiny Rising can be a game for a wide variety of players, with Pinnacle Energy System designed being able to bridge the gameplay experience gap between players' differing time investments. Players can use it to earn multiplied high-valued rewards in a short period of time, and they can even let stack and spend several days worth of Pinnacle Energy all at once, which is every typical Destiny player that has played this game. This design is more convenient for mobile players who are accustomed in playing in short bursts. Additionally, once Pinnacle Energy exhausted, players can continue farming for basic rewards. The Pinnacle Energy System is always a hot topic during our alpha and beta tests. Thanks to your feedback, we've adjusted the basic reward rates and range several times. However, we've come to realize that this still leaves many Lightbearers feeling disheartened, aka, Destiny players, when they grind, they grind. So many of our loyal players want to invest more time and keep having fun, yet the Pinnacle Energy System has become a barrier to that. Thus, we know that our current system is just a temporary solution, and it is far from perfect. Given that Pinnacle Energy is one of the cornerstones of the game's mechanics, any changes must be carefully considered and tested. Because of that, we can't make any quick, fundamental changes in a short term, but rest assured, this is something the dev team has been continuously thinking about and discussing in depth, searching for the best solution. I mean, they might as well just get rid of it and just let the Destiny players grind until they can't grind no more with what's available. So why are we choosing to talk about this now? That's because we think we found a solution that's worth trying. We believe the new solution will let players enjoy all Destiny Rising has to offer with a greater freedom and fewer restrictions, and provide more of an enjoyable looter-shooter experience, while still maintaining balance between players of different time investment levels. We're still aiming to introduce a new plan to all of our Lightbearers early next year as part of our first major update. In the lead up to that, we'll be sharing more information as we gather more feedback from our community. Stay tuned.
It was bound to happen. The way Destiny players like to play this game, there's no way that energy system was gonna last forever. But it was necessary with the launch of the game in order to slow down progression. Otherwise, like I said, the way Destiny players play this game, everybody would have been 75,000 power with maxed out everything in like the first 2 or 3 weeks. So it was a necessary evil.
Yeah, like I guess from where it sits, like with it being a mobile game, it's normal for mobile players to like take breaks whenever they're playing it on their phone. I think the caveat to this is that this is also on PC through the emulator option, and probably at some point it might move its way to like console officially, so that way they can kind of expand their outreach. But then like that, what comes with that is the core Destiny community that is kind of locked behind the entry barriers, because it's either it's on PC through like an emulator, or it's straight from a mobile device, which I think a lot of the sentiment that I'm hearing from like the core Destiny community is, I'm not playing this game because it's on mobile, yada yada yada. So, but the Pinnacle Energy System, people who do play that are on PC, I mean, they're grinding. Like they're not jumping off. They got all their characters full gold kitted out. We're talking acclaim level 80 plus, whatever. Like these boys is playing for real, for real. We'll see. I'm excited for it. Like personally for me, I'm more of like a semi-casual player. So like I can burn through the pinnacle energy in a fairly quick time frame, but there are also like days where I don't even use all the energy that I got to offer and it kind of just stacks up. But I also think about the monetization part about this too, because they sell pinnacle energy in game for, what is it, silver or whatever, right? Yep, 99. So how are they going to make money off that if they change it too much where people can't, like they don't need to purchase that, you know, pinnacle energy anymore? So that's curious to think about.
Yeah, way too quick. I could go ahead and do like a 15-20 minute run on Expanse or Eclipse. What was it again? Expanse? Yeah, the Expanse.
The Expanse, yeah.
And it's gone.
Yeah, like that's definitely like a money hungry or a pinnacle energy hungry kind of activity, because you have the 3 chests that you're trying to open to get like the exotic artifacts and stuff. And in like 30 minutes, all 360 of your pinnacle energy will just be gone like that.
At least for me, my rate of pinnacle energy slowed down once I broke through the last acclaim threshold.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, like Eric said, you can spend it very quickly in an Expanse, but I think after you pass the last acclaim threshold, the need to spend large amounts of pinnacle energy is not really as prescient, and you can always the game seems to have avenues in mind, like you were saying earlier, for people to log in. Not even and this is something I mentioned last time we talked, right? You don't have to log in every day.
Yep.
Right? Things like Morgren's Prey having stacking rewards every 3 days, getting only 30% of your pinnacle energy back on a daily reset. It seems like they, outside of the considerations for mobile, are trying to have players interact with the game in more of a hands-off kind of way, like, you know, touch it for however long you need, but then, you know, if you want to come back tomorrow, come back. If you want to come back on the weekend, come back on the weekend.
Yeah, it's like you're not penalized for like not playing every single day.
Right.
Instead, you can still like keep up to date with some of like, you know, the heavy grinders that play like every single day for hours and hours on end and still get equivalent like pinnacle rewards with less time investment. Now, I guess you could still get more as like you grind past like your pinnacle energy threshold, but you're not missing out that much from like a casual player's experience. So I definitely get that.
I've been on and off on the game recently, just kind of been, you know, busy with other stuff. But to Rick's point earlier that he mentioned, like, you know, if they didn't do that in the beginning, I mean, they did it for a reason, right? They did it because they knew players were going to grind through and be max level, you know, not even a month into the game.
No life in it.
I'm putting myself in there too. I mean, I was, when this game came out, I was, you know, every day,
Yep.
you know, grinding. But yeah, I mean, I feel like now is to the point, like, for example, like, I know everybody has had that game where it's like, damn, I didn't log in, like, type of feeling, you know, I forgot to play today. So I like that this game is very forgiving when it comes to that.
Yeah, I think they're doing a pretty good job from like bridging the gap between like a casual player's point of view and like the hardcore gamer player's point of view. Like time investment should be looked after, but it shouldn't be the end all be all at the end of the day. Like, let's say you put the game down for like a week. You don't have to come back the week later and go, dang man, I'm so behind. Like all my friends, they're already like acclaim level 100. I'm only still like 25 because I didn't play for like the last 5 days. I think the game does a pretty good job with how they're trying to balance it all. Not saying that it's perfect, but, you know, finding ways for the casual player to catch up. Now, as for like a skill gap or like, you know, time investment curve, I mean, obviously the more time you put in, the more reward you're going to have, but the gap between that shouldn't be exponential, you know what I mean? So I'm curious to see what they're going to do about the pinnacle energy system. Again, I have to understand what the core Destiny player base is, which I mean, they're grinders, man. Like, these are players that came from a game and their like total hour investment is in the thousands. You're 2,000s in, 3,000, some people 7,000. You have to find ways to cater to both of those instead of forgetting to those players. And I think, and I keep saying it, like I keep shouting out, you know, the devs, like, thank you for having in-game surveys to really get everyone's feedback, not just, you know, the top 1% that's got everybody maxed out, that plays every single day, that says, yo, all the guns need to get nerfed because skill gap this, skill gap that, but they're looking at both sides of the fence here. Let's take a look and see what else we got. So live op plans and looking forward. We got, something tells me we're about to get a roadmap before Destiny 2 drops their roadmap. Another hot topic in our social media communities have been the game's long-term plans. So yeah, we're looking at it. We're very excited to take this opportunity to share Destiny Rising's roadmap with you all. Destiny Rising will be receiving 2 major version updates annually. So we're getting, like 2 big expansions. We're now nearing our first major update in the beginning of next year, which you'll see the introduction of an all-new destination. Okay, we'll get a new area, a continuation of the main story, as well as a new series of Gauntlet Onslaught stages, complete with a new contest mode, of course, okay, and lots of new stages and activities to experience. In addition to the Pinnacle Energy solution we discussed above, our dev team has been hard at work improving, adding to, and even overhauling seasons, in-game content, and core systems like weapons and artifacts. We're confident that this major update will provide our Lightbearers with both tons of new content as well as comprehensive brand new experience. That is exciting. Not only that, well, that's not all. Our seasonal updates will also be bringing in some important content drops. In the upcoming Season 2, which is literally tomorrow, Shifting Gates is getting a large update, okay, Gambit 2.0, and Gauntlet Blitz is receiving 3 new stages alongside with all new weapons to chase. Longtime Destiny fans will also be happy to know that the familiar Dawning event is coming, okay? That means all new events, content, warm up this winter with packed carnivals, snowball fights, and more, as well as plenty of loot. Yo, hey, y'all cooking so far. The snowball fights, we're about to get Dawning event out here, so they're taking a page off of Bungie's book with this. Hopefully they don't fumble. I mean, we got custom emotes now, like, if they could do that,
remember when we had snowball fights in D2? I remember.
I remember. We all remember. In addition to the exciting new activity coming in January for Season 3, a tower defense mode. They already talking about Season 3. We didn't even get to Season 2 yet. This is a creative activity that we've been pouring a lot of effort into. So not only are we going to get Gambit, we're about to get another 6-man activity. And we're sure that we're adding a whole new way to enjoy Destiny Rising. Season 3 will also feature a mysterious update that will sure surprise longtime Destiny fans. Trust us, new players will like it too. But please allow us to keep it under wraps for just a little bit longer. Be sure to follow up on social media channels so you don't miss the big reveal. Oh, what y'all cooking up? Okay, so we also been cooking up various activities to keep things fresh between seasons. The current Festival of the Lost is just one of many things that the team has been working on. In the near future, we'll also be launching a fun PvP event and more exciting content. Plus, we've mentioned earlier, expansions of and prep future endgame activities are underway. Keep an eye out for more info. And then we've got a screenshot of what's to come with the roadmap. So that's, hold on. So we've got a lot to come, like, to unpack here. So Season 2, which starts tomorrow, we're about to get some more in-game content. We've got Maru that's about to drop, Titan mains, go all in. We've got a new exotic weapon, which they've already done a preview on that. It's the exotic light grenade launcher. Looks like a drill. Forgot the name, but we'll probably do a specific, a tailored review as we get our hands on that. Obviously, the new battle pass and more ornaments. We've got some in-game updates. We've got the 6-man activity, which that drops in Season 3, as they mentioned. Well, this is the classic beloved 6-man challenge, so we may have seen this before. That's interesting. Have you guys seen this screenshot of the roadmap yet?
I've seen it. I don't know what they could be talking about for this activity though.
Yeah.
I like
So it looks like, okay, for season 2, which starts tomorrow, we know what we're getting somewhat with some of the exotics, the new character that's dropping and whatnot. And let's see here where it talks 2 acts. So it looks like, okay, so Act 1 in November, we're getting new game mode, Gauntlet Blitz, Battle Pass, new character, Maru, we know that, exotic weapon and in-game events. Season 2, Act 2, we're getting another new character. So Blaze, it looks like they're doing the 2-act thing as we discussed last time. Looks like that's what they're doing. And we're getting another new character, which it looks like they're doing like a monthly release per each character that drops. And then season 3, a classic Destiny beloved 6-man challenge. I wonder what that means. With a tower event. So we're getting a classic mode that we've seen before, the new tower defense mode, and then a bunch of other stuff. And then season 3, end game updates, game modes, pretty generic. And then season 4 looks like that's where the big update is happening. So we get more campaign, and that's in end of March is when that's going to drop. New Red Sea Rift area, so they're expanding on that. Gauntlet Onslaught major system update. We've got a new light experience rework, which, okay, so question for you guys. How has been the new light experience for y'all? Like for me, the video explanations and stuff and kind of explaining with the diagrams have been really useful. I mean, it's way better than what D2 had. But did you guys feel like the new light experience was trash or no?
The game is super accessible. Even the end game stuff, like you were mentioning in the raid, the ping system showing you which part, that's just creme de la creme. That was pinnacle.
Okay.
Like when I saw that, my jaw actually dropped a little bit. I was like, they got this into a mobile game. That's crazy.
Mind you, yeah, it's a mobile game, all on your phone.
Meanwhile, D2, you can't even ping.
Can't still,
crazy.
Still to this day.
They gotta step up, dog.
Literally.
Step it up.
I can't say enough good things about it. The firing range, the character trials, the in-depth description of abilities and perks, like all the stats are there, you can see them laid out. Like Blaze was saying, the video descriptions of abilities.
Also, the video
I guess the
descriptions
only-
of like debuffs too, right?
Yeah, and everything is like cross-referenced with keywords. So if you see a weapon, if you see a word that's like bold or underlined, you can just tap on it or click on it or whatever your method of input is to get a description of that. I think the only thing that's like that might be overwhelming for new lights is the abundance of material and currencies, and they're all important. It's not like they're just like the random spin foil you find out in the Cosmodrome. All the materials are pretty important, right, for character perk. I think that's maybe the only thing that they probably expected people with more of a gacha style background to be accustomed to. But other than that, I think everything was just fantastic. I can't say enough good things about it.
For sure. Like I definitely concur with that as well, because like there have been like some verbs where I'm just like, I don't understand what's going on, and then I'm like, oh wait, I can click it and it like gives me a full explanation of what it actually does. Like that's extremely helpful. And again, ping systems with actual picture diagrams that can show everybody else like what the symbols are, especially in like raid encounters. Like you really don't need a mic to do the raid in this game.
Like, can you imagine you go into not Root? What was Rogue's raid?
That was not Root of Nightmares. It was
No.
The pyramid. Oh, what was it called?
Was it Root of Nightmares? No.
No, it wasn't Root. It wasn't Root.
No,
Root,
it was,
Root is
it was the
Nazareth.
pyramid in the swamp thing.
Gosh, what was the Witch Queen raid called? I don't remember
Yeah,
what
I
it was.
mean-
But imagine you going into that raid and you just pinging the symbols. No more guessing. Give life, nothing. You just ping it. It's like, oh, it's that one.
This
That would be so
Vow
great.
Disciples is what you're talking about.
Yes, Vow.
Vow Disciples, man.
I hate it.
Instead of having to memorize 70 different symbols, bro, you just ping it like, all right, that's the one we
That's
need.
what we need. Like, come on, man. Bungie would never. Like, I wish they would. Like, you can't let another, you can't let another team come in and just outdo you like this frame one. And then they come out with a roadmap. Meanwhile, that game is literally going in silent. And then on top of that, imagine this game 2 years later Like the challenge mode that they do for the raids, like they give rings, bro. Like, could you imagine 2 years later, they're gonna be like looking like Tom Brady with like 4 rings on their hand, just posed up like this. Ring on each finger, talk about, yeah, every single challenge mode raid that came out, I was on that team and I'm collecting these rings out here. Meanwhile, oh man, meanwhile, you got the belts that they're giving in like
they're not even giving, are they even still giving those?
Bro, they're giving copy and paste belts. Like the last belt, the only difference is like it's like a different shade of color or something. Probably made for like $25-$30. Like these rings got real studded diamonds on them. $500 each. Come on, man. Imagine $2,500 on your hand, all from Rising. Yeah, I was a part of all these raids. Come on. All right.
Man,
Not
that was
to
all.
hijack the discussion, mate. But one thing I do want to touch on, now that we've ventured into talking about the different kinds of content the game is offering, I think if they not only keep it up, but make some slight improvements to their high difficulty mode for the Gauntlet series, I think that's going to be a really strong avenue for skill expression in the game. Because I don't know if I've talked to you about it recently. I was talking to somebody about it maybe a week or two ago, where I was like, after having done Eclipse, the regular Gauntlet just feels like
a 6-man strike. I was actually talking to Blaze about it a couple days ago. I was like, yo, this shit feel like a 6-man strike.
It feels like the beta.
And I think strong challenge modes are going to be so good for this game, because one thing I've always understood about Destiny, but I've never quite enjoyed about it, is that it never took the training wheels off. And I think Eclipse is a good way to raise the temperature a little bit. I mean, it's not even like it's ridiculous. It's not over the top, because of course at the same time, we were all leveling characters and hitting different acclaim
levels and
barriers
stuff,
and etc. So I don't know in the future if
it's gonna hit the same.
If it's gonna hit right. I don't know if it's, but that's why I kind of want. I said improvements also would be good. Because I don't know what a future tuned a high difficulty style Gauntlet is going to look like now that we're all like 30, 40, 50 acclaim level, right? So
I think what's really going to impact and carry these challenging experiences is making sure that they create unique mechanics that you can't just bulldoze over with your damage or light level. Like the difference between like the regular Gauntlet and Eclipse, where you had the timers for like holding the different items and stuff, and all the other like nuanced mechanics. If they add more of those, that adds additional challenges, maybe some, match game. I don't know. How do you guys feel about match game, where you would need a specific element to kind of deal with different enemies and stuff? Do you feel like that kind of leans towards like the bullet sponge, or does that add like a fun difficulty element to it?
I don't think match game really adds anything to. It's one of my least favorite modifiers, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was kind of hesitant.
I prefer mechanics like the having to juggle the buffs. I like that. Because that makes everybody get engaged with the raid. Not you can't just be a bystander anymore. Everybody's got to do something. Those have always been my favorite kind of raids.
Maybe they can take a page off of like Final Fantasy's book, where there's like different kind of hot spots in the raid encounter where you have to like move towards, so that way you're not just sitting in the back and just shooting the boss left and right. Do you think that would like add a different fun element to it?
That would be interesting too, but they would have to change how the bosses work. The boss would have to be damageable, like it would have to be a ribbon style encounter where the boss is always damageable. Yeah,
they can do that. I feel like Rising could do that. Imagine us just traveling like a broken kind of like Vex structure or something, where the boss is always damageable, and we're constantly moving, like dodging against like radial area and other like different I guess lasers and stuff that you got to keep moving with. I think that'll keep like the momentum going. And it'll be like styled in this large arena that has maybe a randomizer for platforms that appear, they disappear, etc. That could add like some additional difficulty, maybe like from a standard like floor encounter or something.
Like, do you remember that old raid lair from the Leviathan Eater of Worlds?
Yep, where you had to fight this this large Vex Hydra.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's what I was referring to.
That raid lair was cheeks, but that was one of my favorite boss encounters.
Because you're always moving, you're not just sitting
Yep.
at one spot, and there's also like small mechanics that you're doing, which were like the easy part. But the fact that you're not just sitting down in a bubble and you're spray and play, I think that made it a little bit more fun. But I think that's the end of the article, though. So to give everyone a clear view of the pipeline, we've been we'll also be releasing monthly event calendars. So that's fun. These calendars will be shared to our social media at the start of each month and will contain a preview of everything that you can look forward to ensure you can plan accordingly. We would like to thank each and every light bearer for your patience and support. Our journey has only just begun, and with you on our side, this venture is bound to be stellar. They love that stellar dance, man. They pushing that stellar dance heavy.
It's interesting. That blog post doesn't mention this, but they're actually doing a revamp to how artifacts work too.
Oh, like they're finally allowing us to re-roll different like abilities, or is it just stat distribution?
We can already re-roll the stat distribution. What they're gonna allow us to re-roll now. So you don't play Honkai, but you're gonna be able to lock certain stats, and then so like let's say you have solar boost and you have signature ability boost, and you want to keep those, but you want to re-roll the rest of the stuff. You can lock those two and spend a special currency to re-roll the other two stats to see if you can get better things that you want on that artifact.
Yeah, they need that, because right now, like, the artifact grind is actually insane. It's insane.
It's being added, but it's going to be a battle pass exclusive currency that you need in order to be able to do that.
Hey, more incentive to get that battle pass, right?
I mean, Honkai is the same way, because you can only get that currency from the battle pass, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct?
I think you get it from. I'd have to check. I think you can get one from the free track and one or two more from the pay track.
Okay, so I guess you just get more of that currency, which is fair, right? You don't want to really punish the free-to-play players too much, where it's like, I can't reroll my stuff. Well, you can. You just got to play more. Versus people who get the Season's Pass, which is like, what, $4.99? You got $5. Do you have $5? If you don't have $5, you might need to, like, rebrand your life or something. I don't know what to tell you. But I like this, though. Like, these development updates, please, like, NetEase, the people at Destiny Rising, keep doing this. Like, keep us engaged with all of the updates that you guys are doing. These roadmaps are pinnacle. This allows us to, prepare for what's to come, give us some insight of like what the ideas are, kind of like Stern. I mean, it's also kind of vague too. Like it says a bunch of like new exotic weapon. What is that? New end game update. What is that? But at least we know that they're adding additional layers to that end game, so that way veteran players can continue to be engaged, and also new players can experience, Destiny Rising for what it is. And one more thing, do not vault any of this stuff. Look at what Bungie did with the whole Destiny Vault stuff. Do not keep it all in the game. Just keep it all in the game.
Gacha games typically don't do that.
I know. I'm just throwing that out there, just in case they're like, oh well, Bungie just done it. Maybe we should. Nope, don't do it. Don't do it.
Nah, man, because they need you to spend on those polls, even the old characters. So that content has to be there.
Yep. Oh, recurring banners too, because they'll keep coming out. Yep.
Oh yeah, Gwen will be back.
Where's my Gwen banner?
She'll be back. She'll be back. Oh, and NetEase, if you're listening, since Bungie refuses to do it for us, let us get Wrath of the Machine. You can do it. I know you can.
Yo, they might create their own version of Wrath of the Machines, and that joint might even be better. I was gonna say,
Blaze, we don't have to revisit the sins of the past. If you'll excuse the current phrase, there's the future is wide open. We can go anywhere and do anything. We should be asking for and expecting new and exciting experience.
Yep.
Make it happen, NetEase. I believe in you.
And Siva's not dead. So, well, we don't know yet in this story. We don't even know if Siva's. Well, no, we do, because they talked about it in the story, right? Like there's some kind of nanite something going on. So Siva can definitely make an appearance here. We can get some Siva themed weapons. Like
I
this-
guarantee you, Siva. I guarantee you, the next story beat is gonna have Siva in it. There's
Season
no shot
3?
at that. Yeah,
Yeah.
there will be Siva.
and Yolder doesn't die. Let's go. We'll take it.
She's not locked in the thing, so she's chilling right now.
She's telling passing proteges and stuff, talking about, yo, I'm the queen. I'm the light champion.
I want to see Riven, man.
Hey, we don't know who we about to see, but from what they're talking about with the reveal,
Yeah.
they're saying that we're gonna be very surprised once they drop that news on the social media platform. So we'll have to see. We'll see what they.
I
end
mean,
up
we already
cooking.
talked about this. We know the witness is coming. Whether or not it's the same witness that we were dealing with in the main continuity, that is yet to be seen.
Watch they design and make a better witness out of this game than Bungie did. Don't let Nettie's about to outdo him, dog. Wow. Really about to outdo him.